Hey Aries, new year, new you. This is a journey about self-discovery and manifestations and discovering yourself and getting to the core of the, I guess, the setbacks or the struggles in finding yourself, the false starts, the false beliefs about you, who you are and where you come from, and setbacks. I may have said that already, but the trauma that you are either boarding up or dealing with at this time. I think that trauma is the number one reason why our manifestations aren't coming into fruition, especially in the timing that we expect them. This is a message to help you not only rediscover yourself, but to help you manifest your dream life into fruition. But I did a premeditation for you, and I've got a few bullet points to go through, and it's as follows. Seek to navigate the energy rather of zodiac placements in your charts. Note the patterns and break them. And also with cycles. So it's I believe it's very important to take a look at your birth chart and to know the energies around the houses that are of your birth chart, so that you can have a accurate layout as far as understanding the energies that you're dealing with at certain times, as far as the planetary placements throughout your life, and how to deal with the energetic pulls that those planets will have on you, and how to navigate through these portions of your life. And the next bullet point is, we aren't verbatim psychic, we are cyclic. Just like I mentioned about cycles, right? We're breaking mind cycles. And all of this is in your head. Everything that you see in the world, everything that you perceive of the world, your perspective in the world is like a database inside of your head. And to change your life, you got to change how you see the world. And being psychic is kind of a nuisance kind of a word, and kind of I don't know, it derives some kind of judgment on yourself, but also from others. But I think that if you change the word a little bit and call yourself cyclic, I think that kind of changes things up. You know, you're seeing cycles and patterns in people, places, and things. You're noticing that we are also in an orbit, a cycle in and of its own. And we're rotating the sun. What are we rotating? We're rotating our happiness, the epicenter, our heart, you know, those things of that nature. I got binaural beats in my ear, and it really does a huge difference in raising the vibration, but also springing forth from within me a spirit of truth, and a spirit that is connected. So yeah, that connectivity of orbit, of reasons as to why there are cycles, and to learn from those energetic pulls from these cycles. And cycles can be good, but also cycles can be places of trauma. And we tend to overload ourselves with these traumatic experiences, and without giving mind or attention to these cycles, boarding up those doors and not entering into them, into those deeper, darker spaces of our lives, we forfeit our right to being truly happy, and truly finding love. And we overload ourselves, so to speak, with these cycles of trauma. And we do that because we don't visit them and get rid of them, right? And so when we have all these traumatic experiences along with our good experiences, it tends to take up the space. And so what's needed in order for your manifestation to come through for you is to make space, right? You don't want to let go of your good experiences, but that's what we tend to do instead. We leave those doors closed off, and we trade off our good experiences for what we would perceive as good experiences. Or um, I'm thinking of overnight success or things like that, things of that nature. But things that we think that would bring us happiness, and quickly, and then we soon to find out that that's just another traumatic experience by not coming at your manifestation with a more concise approach, a more well-rounded person, and intellect and intelligence to be able to perceive, but also lock and load on your manifestation with an integrity within you that's more connected with a spiritual outcome that better suits all. I think that's the essence of God, is how does your manifestation um, help all, help humanity, help the planet. So things of that nature. But the next bullet point we have here, this was about being noticing cycles, right? And breaking the bad ones, keeping the good ones. But the next one is commit to going back to the basics, review the fundamentals. So that's a good strong note to keep in mind. And I think to the times when I was in wrestling or in football or undertaking any kind of activity that was competitive in nature, but the fundamentals always kept you competitive, kept you in the race, kept you in the hunt, or so to speak. But that the fundamentals taught you awareness, taught you what it means when you have somebody on third base and you're at the plate, and it's your turn to bat, and knowing where other people are located on the playing field, but also kind of your aim into making the best of your effort to put, swing at the ball and hit it and put it in a place where that man on third can make it home, and how you can make it to first base. It'd be a home run would be perfect, right? But in a game of strategy and stuff like that, it's like developing these this like competitive nature, but competitive in a way that everyone wins, and the next bullet point here is what works and what doesn't, and understanding the process of elimination. That too is a cycle, right? You cycle through all the things of what's working and what's not, and get rid of those cycles that are not working. Maybe approaches or things or ways of looking at things, perceptions, perspectives, things of that nature. And I said process of elimination, but process of illumination. So two different things there, right? And the next bullet point I have is healthy competition with yourself, with rewards in place. And I took Nike's slogan, just do it, Once you establish within yourself this healthy competition for yourself and with yourself to be a better self than you were yesterday, reward yourself. Set rewards in place for accomplishing goals and things of that nature as well, so that you can have reasons to celebrate. Life is supposed to be celebrated every day. If it's something that you want to have a celebration for every day, for getting up and sticking to your goals and bouncing back with resilience to trauma, things of that nature, and you want to establish a routine that's healthy and good for all, reward yourself, daily if it has to be, reward yourself with something that's tangible, something that will make you feel good about doing what you're doing. And weekly or monthly, set up a strategy plan to reward yourself. I think that's very important. And vacations, things of that nature. Cool. If I say things of that nature one more time, I'll smack myself. So thanks. But let's go into what I have been using in my readings, and it's been very fun to use. Is this book here? It's kind of like what Jesus would say, but I think in this self-realization, I want to kind of shift gears on that and start from day one and just kind of work through each day on whatever reading I'm doing, and go through the whole 365 days. But I want it to be more of like self-reflection and what your higher self would say. Because, I mean, Jesus is our perfect example, right? So your higher self would be in great similitude to your higher self. Jesus would be the same, right? So we have here, since I'm starting off with you guys right now, I'm just going to read the psalm that it opens up for January. And it says, "In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning, I lay my request before you and wait expectantly." And normally what we would think about expectantly, don't have any expectation, about your manifestations. But I think that's a key point, is to expect it. Yes. I mean, it says in scripture in so many places, knock and it shall be opened unto you, ask and you shall receive. So it's a promise. So I think that we kind of foul up our manifestations when we say, oh, don't have any expectations. Well, if you don't have any expectations, then you're not, I mean, you're going to get what you get, kind of a thing, which isn't bad. And I think that it works for a lot of people. But I think that Aries, you're wanting more than that, and I think that you should have expectations, and I think there should be healthy expectations. But if you're asking for something from the universe or from the Lord or whatever you believe in, you should expect to receive it, and it should motivate you to take the necessary steps and set goals to get there. But we have for the month of January, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That came from John chapter 1, verse 1. And then we have for you what your higher self would be saying at this time to you. I'm your mountain of strength for your new year. I'm your mighty mountain, lofty and majestic. I'm your mountain of awesome power and might. I bend down at the sound of your cry. I stoop to lift you up out of danger. I pull you out of the miry pits of wrong choices. I wipe away the splotches and smudges of every past mistake. I make all things new. Don't fall prey to the foolishness of envy and pride. Blessing after blessing will come to you when you trust me. I'm all you need. So that's awesome. And then we are going to go right into let's see here. We'll go right into the numbers that I've kind of selected for you. And I kind of did this by intuition and even just by flipping through the pages and picked it. And just the first one I seen is the one I picked. For this here, I have the numbers 432, 778, and 733. So we're going to go to 432 and your angel number. If that has any meaning to you at all, 432, maybe area code, something like that. But just it could be combined together and make up dates. So like July 2nd, 4 and 3 is 7, and then 2 is July 2nd. So just kind of work with those numbers a little bit, and if it has any meaning to you, then awesome. This reading is definitely for you. But nonetheless, these are just numbers that are driving the energy of the reading. So 432, we are going to look it up and see what this angel number is all about for you. It says, you are being encouraged to call in support and guidance with regard to your relationships and connections with others. All right. So we can see kind of the manifestation here in that boarded up door there, of connecting with others. So also we see here 778. We'll look this one up as well before we get into the cards here real soon. 778. What this number is saying from the angels is your angels are encouraging you to see beyond the current situation and trust that everything has a purpose. Know that everything is happening as it needs to in order for you to be aligned with goodness and truth. So it's for your better good. Everything you're going through, even your traumas like we're discussing. This sequence of readings for the zodiac. I'm going to focus on the traumas holding you back, right? So this is for your better good and truth, right? Now we are going into the number of 733. You know, that could be October 3rd. It could be July 6th. You know, just kind of dates there, but 733 could be even the time right now. So just kind of make those numbers kind of resonate with you, but the resonation should more come from what the angels have to say. And then you might be seeing this number very frequently after this reading in your normal routine of life. So 733, here it is. It says, Jesus and the Holy Spirit are blessing you with their light. Spirit has your back, and miracles are following on naturally from your expression of love. Know that love is real. So pretty powerful message there. So I think the manifestations is dealing with trauma in regards to your expression of love, and how the miracles are going to follow with every step towards your expression of real love. And I think that love comes from within, right? So this is about your higher self was in regards to that as well. And so let's see. I also do from this dream book here, the one that I just got done reading through was the Angel Numbers book here, and it looks just like this. If you're interested in purchasing any of those books, Barnes & Noble is the place, or wherever you want to purchase them books. So the words that you might be dreaming or might be even daydreaming or kind of seeing now more prevalently than from the 5D, you know, this 5D energy, your dream state, and bringing it into your 3D and your physical state. These words, if you're dreaming about them, this is the message or from the dictionary, what they mean in your dreams. So the words we have is house, inventor, and we have script. All right. So we'll go to house first. Maybe you're wanting to manifest a home, right? Or build a home or own a home. So house, we have it right here. To dream of building a house, you will make wise changes in your present affairs. To dream that you own an elegant house denotes that you will soon leave your home for a better, and fortune will be kind to you. Old and dilapidated houses denote failure in business or any effort, and declining health. All right, so just in how you're viewing the home in your dream, right? And then we have inventor. Inventor. If you're dreaming of an inventor or invention, something of that nature. I said it. I don't want to keep saying that. But invention. Inventor. To dream of an inventor foretells you will soon achieve some unique work which will add honor to your name. To dream that you are inventing something or feel interested in some invention denotes you will aspire to fortune and will be successful in your designs. So that's promising information there. Love that. And then we have script. Script. Are you writing a script? Are you rewriting your own script to your own life, right? It's kind of the energy I'm feeling from that. Rewriting your history so you can have a more positive outlook on your future. Let's see, we have script. To dream that you are reading a script signifies that you will soon be lucky in love. Strive to avoid overthinking every aspect of the relationship and it will flourish. So maybe some overthinking in regards to trauma regarding love and relationships and yeah, things of that nature. I did it again. I need to quit saying that. Anyways, I also will be reading a poem. I'm going to read this same poem to kind of pound it home with all the 12 zodiac, but also to not put so much pressure on me to do one for each sign. I tried that in the past, and it was kind of it took a lot out of me. So I'm just going to do one for each 12 zodiac and kind of work from there. Maybe even up the ante and do it for elements or something like that. But here we go. The Master Achiever is the name of this poem. It says, reverse the curse of the universe, traverse and rehearse verse by verse. Sacrifice the vice that opposes Christ. Not twice, but thrice be precise. You're cracking the code of your north node. You're breaking the mold of doing what you're told. You're cracking wide open a world unbroken. You're speaking an omen with words unspoken. You are holy and sacred, buried in hatred, awakened and wretched for being naked. Embrace this space with grace. Don't misplace an approval or an arrival face to face. No matter how much you feel conflicted, your energy can never be restricted. Grade the arrays and cast no shade, like the beaming rays of the sun at noonday. Be thou the example of the believer, who goes within and emerges a master achiever. Know that the truth is love, and it's the only answer, for misery is an enhancer and cancer caused by slander. So it's interesting too, you know, this self-talk that we have, you know, causing slander even against ourselves, calling ourselves names, like me even slapping myself just a minute ago is kind of the same element of what I'm talking about here. You know, this slander can come from external sources as well, but slander, self-slander, I think is really the cause of your cancer, the cause of your hold up on your manifestations. The way your internal, I wouldn't say guidance, but it's like the self-talk. It's your, what is it, Spirit? When you read a book, the reader is the narrative. Yes, thank you, Spirit. The narrative. So your internal narrative that is continuously talking to you, either talking you through problems, which is very helpful, but at times it can talk you out of working through problems and be more flighty in situations. You should be more fighty. Fight for you, or fight for a cause, you know, a movement, something that should happen, that you're destined to take action towards. So those are the things that we're looking at here as far as a pre-reading there, a pre-meditation, the energies that we're going to be working with. But we also have this here, courage. I don't know if you can see it. Courage. This is kind of a sheet out of a book, but I'm going to kind of use these sheets to kind of go along with the show here. So it says, one of the first things that typically comes to mind when thinking about fear is being able to counter it with courage. Being fearless is not always a natural state of being, nor does having courage mean that there is an absence of fear. Rather, it means being brave enough to act on and move forward despite any trepidation that may be involved with a particular circumstance. Possessing and using courage allows you to push through or past the fear in order to do what needs to be done, helping you to conquer your fears. Courage. All right, now we'll get into the cards and kind kind of dissect what's going on here with your manifestations here. And this is wide open, whatever you might be manifesting. It could be love, it could be career, it could be winning the lottery, it could be anything. But your most focused manifestation, what we're looking at here, what are you manifesting? So we're going to use a deck right here that I like to use. It's got these pictures on the front. I don't know the name of it, but it's a great deck for kind of narrowing down the manifestation. That's funny. That was the actual card that was on the top there. This is the law of attraction assembles happy relationships. The law of attraction assembles happy relationships. That's what it looks like. And it's all within you. These relationships is like that narrative that I was talking about, right? There's a rainbow in the distance, and it's in relation to your chakras. Your relationships are directly related to all of your chakras, but which of your relationships and what chakra do you feel them in, you know, of that person, you know? And it says on the back of the card, the law of attraction cannot bring you a well-balanced, happy person if you are not yourself already that. The law of attraction, no matter what you do or say, will bring to you those who predominantly match the person who you predominantly are. If you are not happy with yourself or with your life, the law of attraction of a partner will only exaggerate the discord, because any action taken from a place of lack is always counterproductive, right? So it's that narrative in there that's talking to you and telling you who you are, you know, and it's that narrative in there, it can be reprogrammed. This is subconscious, that happens subconscious and automatic. It's something that's just programmed, right? And so it's even me just rolling my hand like that is kind of a mannerism, but it's a programmed mannerism, right? So it's that same kind of thing on our internal voice, you know, and allowing that internal voice to either talk us out of stuff, to talk down about ourselves, or to celebrate ourselves and to find the joy within, right? And if we love ourselves, truly love ourselves, and find the joy within and find reasons to celebrate, then we are going to be aligned with you know, what our manifestation truly is and what we say it is on the 3D, but what's happening on the 5D is a little bit different. And I think the 5D plane is kind of it's so multifaceted and multidimensional. It's gonna possess all things and viewed as differently than how we view it here on the 3D plane, more linearly here, but up there it's just so multifaceted and complex, you know. So it's like sorting those things out, kind of being your own interpreter, right? And to change things within you so that you can manifest what you truly desire, what you really want. And it looks like you're manifesting a person, a relationship, and we've already discussed that in the pre-meditation, so this is coming out now. So the next thing we're going to look at is the blockages. What are the blockages? And so this deck kind of has been a deck that I've been fearing to use, just because of the nature, there I go with nature, but the nature of the deck, and of what this is talking about. It's the Daemon Tarot, right? It's like the Dante's levels of hell and the demons involved and what they look like and what's going on. So I figure, you know, trauma is kind of like our hell, right? And so I'm challenging myself to use this deck for this reason, is to locate the main blockage, the main trauma, which is the hell that's keeping us from our manifestation, right? So we're going to give it a few shuffles here and see what's up. What is the trauma that is holding you back, that is blocking you from your manifestation? And so trigger warning. I don't know if you should be looking at it in that light, though. Look at it as an experience. Be a third person to yourself. Be your higher self to navigate this a little better, rather than let it trigger you into a pattern of false beliefs, right, about yourself. So one more, Spirit says to do one more. We're going to look at the inner demons blocking you. Here we go. For Aries, what are the demons internally hijacking your narrative, hijacking you from your manifestations, keeping you in a state of fear, the lowest vibration you can be in, right? What is it? Oh, you know, this is a deep one. This one's deep. We need to know. We've got to find out what this is so you can heal. There it is. And we have Furfur is the name of this demon, and he looks like he's part deer and part bat. A deer with wings and horns there. What it says on the card is, Furfur is a count of hell with 26 military units under his command. So control. And it says, he appears as a winged heart with a rough voice. So maybe stern and fierce when you're mad. And it says, and he must be confined in a magical triangle before he will speak the truth. So being put in this magical triangle. So that speaks to a lot of things. Maybe put in entanglement, or put in on the hot seat, or put you don't like to be cornered, and it feels like in the past that's probably what you've dealt with, is telling the ultimate truth when you realize that it was you were in a situation you absolutely had to. And it's not like you're dishonest. I don't believe. I think this is a place of fight or flight, right? These horns, and being on the ground and standing your ground, or taking flight away from the situation. But once you corner this demon, you find that you are coming to terms with complete and full honesty. It's not that you're a liar. I think this is just coming to a place where you come with your full and beautiful authentic self, by coming to terms with some of the things that you're not facing within you, and in regards to love and to relationships. And this is even interpersonal relationships, or truths about how you're affected, right? And what your triggers are, and how you're coping with triggers. So let's talk about that next. How are you coping with this trigger here? What's your way of coping? Immediately I'm seeing either you stand your ground and you use you use the ram in you to ram forward with those horns, or you're taking flight, you know, or you flight the situation, or you go silent or don't say anything. But let's see here. Yes, what deck, Spirit, will we use to? Yes. How are you handling the triggers? How are you coping? Are you ready to deal with this demon here? 26 might have a meaning to you as well, but you add 6 and 2 together, that is also 8. Maybe life path, soul path, something in that nature. This is something you're meant to overcome within you. This is your biggest hurdle. This is why it's such a trigger, right? But it's from past life as well. You know, if you understand karma, you understand that it will keep repeating itself until you resolve the issue. So in your past life, this is also something that you had to overcome within you. And it's just, it comes to a place of absolute authenticity in regards to love, and it's authentic to your truth, what you truly want. I think maybe you you maybe put on this I want to say mask, but I'm saying this more stern, tough guy or tough girl kind of mentality, but there's a soft, loving person inside there that just truly wants love. And I think that the experiences in this lifetime and other lifetimes were there to pull this out of you, and instead of kind of putting on a front, right? One more shuffle. This is it. We're going to find out what the triggers are. We're going to try that again here. What the triggers are and how you're coping with them. And you might even be having a lot of success and already knowing what this is and what this means to you. And you might already be doing this, but let's find out what you're doing here. Where you're at in the collective of Aries. Where you are at in your triggers as far as you're processing this and understanding this as past life regression. How you're going to heal. Yeah, the cards really didn't want to come out. And omen slipped out the top. Over the top of my hand, because I wasn't kind of clumsy and shuffling here. But what is it? How are you coping? So we're in the same way of kind of pinpointing this. It's kind of like maybe you're wondering how you're coping too. You know, but one just got right here, and this one is... got the number 63, but it says winter's dream, gestation period. So you're coping by letting it soak in right now. You're I'm sorry about that. This dang light is too bright, I think. But I'm sorry. But it's got a kind of a fairy laying down on some ice here. So maybe you're thawing out. You know, I wish you could see that. That is so... Let me turn on the light. Now you can see it. So she's laying on this bed of ice, but thawing her maybe her hurt heart or her pain in regards to love. But you can see also this the spiral jetty here that's on the shell of that snail shell there. So she's got this, this hard cover, but she's really just this beautiful fairy or princess underneath that shell. But this spiral jetty, and in one of my videos you'll notice that it's titled The Spiral Jetty, but I kind of reversed that spiral jetty coming out of a downward spiral, you know, in my life. So something symbolic to that nature as well. But 9 is the completion of a cycle. It's 63. If 63 means anything to you, I'm getting a ringing, even though I've got a bud in my ear, I'm getting a ringing in my ear, my left ear as well. So whatever that might mean to you. But yeah, and she's sleeping with, like, it looks like some kind of a wand or a baseball bat. So it's like just on guard, you know. And yes, and it's a gestation period, so it's kind of like you know, soaking it in, kind of understanding it and navigating it. This is how you're coping with your triggers, is you're in a place of resting and looking forward to a brighter future when things kind of thaw out for you, when they thaw out. I'm hearing also thought out, when they're thought out. Thought out. What else, Spirit? And purple, your crown chakra, and pink, this would be your heart chakra, but some people say third eye chakra. I would just say your upper chakras. Here. Navigating your upper chakras there. Maybe overthinking it. Maybe over analyzing it. Let's see here. In what other ways? I'm either doing this too good that nothing comes out, or Spirit, what else do we have here? Are we done, or should I flip one? I said this one. I don't know what it is, but it says drifter, experiencing life as it comes. Yeah. That's how you're coping with it. And I think it sounds like you've done some work there, you know, in regards to this, you know, softening your heart, being more authentic and what it is that you truly want. You know, maybe you were calloused and hard against relationships or even being around people and things of that nature. But it's like maybe you're now in a place of since winter started, or since and it's current right now, is allowing yourself to be more free from that energy. So this is what you've been working on, and I think that's fantastic. So anything else in the ways of coping? The number on that card is 14, if that has any meaning to you. That's what it looks like. Sorry I didn't show that to you, but let's get a little read on there. It's like this sailboat traveling between it looks like water, but you're like I feel like I get this energy that you're being guided, like you're in the ocean in this deep abyss or trench here, but you're these walls of water here, you know, being lifted like Moses. You know, again, I keep getting Moses a lot, but Moses and the children of Israel, you know, he guided them through the Red Sea, but he parted the Red Sea. It's kind of like you're being angelically guided and you're in your little boat there that had no chance in that ocean really, but you went for it. You took that leap and you're making the change. 14 reduces down to a 5. You're making change through conflict. This conflict and resolution is in this winter period. You're working through it. You're really opening yourself to the possibilities of relationships and love, seeing it in a different light, not punishing those that are worthy of love as well. You know, 2 other cards popped out, and we're gonna see what they say. Root girl. And this has got a power of 10 to it, the disowned self. So what in your roots have you disowned yourself or discredited yourself, your worthiness to a spectacular relationship and a fulfilled life? You know, these roots here, you know, and this inner child, yes. Loving on your inner child, you know, and letting that inner child have freedom to do and to also express love. Again, there's a snail up here in the branches, if you can see it right there, that spiral jetty again, kind of in reference to the card we just seen here. But the number on the card is 46. 4 and 6 added together is 10, so it's new beginnings with a better understanding of what your roots are. So rewriting your story in a way that your roots are full of love. And it says 13 on this one. It says dream thief, refusal of the call. Yeah, this flight energy, right? I mentioned that earlier, this fight or flight it's here, right here. You know, and your dreams are right in front of you. If you could just hunker down or harness this energy and not refuse the call, right? There's all kinds of colors on this card. It's kind of like this monkey with wings, you know. It's you know, taking these horns off, I guess, if you can say, if you're relating it to the other card, taking the horns off and fly in love, fly in freedom. You're being anchored by this refusal of the call. You're being anchored by your misconception or misperception of relationships and love. You can see all the color. That's like the colorful, all the rainbows colors right there of the chakras of the on the feathers of this monkey, I guess you can say. But yeah, and it looks like either it's a pearl or it's a round magnet, or it's just a sphere, you know, this sphere. Yeah, being well-rounded, being shiny, letting your talents and your magnificence in the true essence of love shine about you, shining, you know. I'm getting a dream catcher thing, a dream thief, right? But a dream catcher, you know, to protect yourself of the nightmares, the worst case scenarios, and thinking negatively about certain things, you know, especially in relationships. But 13 is the number on the card, but 1 and 3 is added together to 4, so stability. So it's yeah, dream catcher, catch your dreams and answer the call, right? I think that we're done with that deck there, but we're going to use this dark wood tarot here, and we're going to rewrite your story. Let's have Spirit help rewrite the story. There's one right there. So you're coping through this winter period here. So spring forward in spring. Right here we have the Two of Swords, this indecision about you. You can see this mirror, you know, in the water there. This is still water. It's, well, actually it's kind of got a little bit of a wave to it. So it's movement, maybe a river, maybe on the banks of a river. You're seeing your reflection, and in your reflection you are very much the same. You're seated there, but in this 3D thing here, you know, you see these demons around you. So you may have more than one of the demons, but the Two of Swords is this indecision. And with the blindfold on, I think you're coming from a place of third eye. So you're using your third eye, and you're blindfolding yourself to this 3D view of the world, so that you can use your third eye to go and see deeper within. And you're by water here, and this is about emotions, flow, natural flow of your emotions, and to feel them so you can heal them, right? Let's get some more here. Spirit, let's rewrite the story. You're coming from a place in the present moment of indecision and surrounded by demons, and with the third eye there, I think that's more like what you're seeing on the inside. You're seeing a reflection of yourself, but you see yourself not seeing things. Maybe that's in connection to refusal of the call, you know. You're seeing yourself kind of stuck in making a decision or voicing your decision, but you're definitely doing the work. You're definitely allowing yourself to be next to flow, so you can explore your emotions regarding this. And you're also wearing a red dress here on the side of the river. Your red dress, root chakra, something. You're going way deep, way deep. This is going to your childhood, your root chakra, the root girl, right? Yes. That spiral jetty, pulling yourself out. One more shuffle. What is the storyline, Spirit? Let's continue the storyline here. Rewriting the story for Aries. Let's rewrite the story. There's one. Five of Pentacles. How do you view the Five of Pentacles now? We're rewriting the story. This, and normally would kind of be viewed as like being left out in the cold. But yeah, I'm trying to view this card a little differently here. So who are you leaving out in the cold, kind of a thing here. Little poor boy here. He's got patches on his knees. Looks like he's just got it rough, but here we are in a blue dress. How are we using our voice? And how is it leaving others out in the cold, left behind? Right? being on the other side of the card here, rewriting your story here. So rewriting your story is like putting your indecision to leave someone out in the cold and move on. It could be that. But how are we doing it? Are we causing trauma? Are we acting from a place of trauma? No, we're not. We're not. Not when we're rewriting the story here. You may even be this person's karma. So leaving someone behind. Rewriting the story. We have 3 cards fly out just now. It's leaving someone behind and seeing it more from a place of karma. We have the 8 of Swords because they trap you. They make you feel trapped. And there's a noose. So it eventually have killed you. Left you for dead. There's a vulture right above your head here in a white dress. Holiness. Surrounded by swords. Blindfolded, you know. They'd have kept you blindfolded. Like here. They'd have kept you surrounded by indecision. It would have quadrupled, right, in indecision from the 2 of Swords to the 8 of Swords. A lot of swords energy right here in your head energy, but I think this is what you're repairing is the thoughts in your head so that you can let them be dead. So you can come back to square one. You can reset your brain, recalibrate, allowing things to die away. See how the reading is going here? Rewriting your story. The Knight of Wands. Seeing the Knight of Wands differently a little bit now. Maybe as if not so sexual, not sexually based, right? You could be looking at this person in the past as sexually based, but there's a lot of cold energy here, cold and dead energy surrounding this whole, and knives and blades and cutting things out and death, you know, a lot of energy surrounding that. But you have death here, but an angel too, an angel there. And your inner child, right? Sitting there, also in a white dress. But putting death to false precepts, false beliefs, false patterns that have been taking place as karma from past life, right? That's what regression is going and revisiting your past lives to have resolve, to evolve, right? But warm up, thaw out. With this Knight of Passion, right? This Knight of Fire, Knight of Wands. And I think it's protection. There's gold around this individual, and on the horse, it's like this freedom. It's like freedom to think and to create and to believe in your inner fire, your creativity, your passions, things that you held yourself back from exploring, right? Rewriting your history with fire, using fire, rituals, things of that nature, exploring deeper into yourself and understanding so much more about who you are, you know, ready to take on anything, having this, I feel the energy of duality. He leans back to pulls the reins, and the horse rears up, you know, ready to go forward, to move forward with speed and passion, with desire, you know, and something to live for. It's to live for yourself, but to live for creation, right? And to not be restricted or held back or bound. on the bottom of the deck. I wasn't going to show you, but the Page of Cups is on the bottom of the deck there. So like just the energy from this point, this transition point, right, is like going into something with energy of new love, of newfound love, new interests in regards to emotions, and exploring these emotions within yourself or even within a partner, what you're manifesting. This is now developing a manifestation you can believe in, right? And this here is the Empress in that red dress again, right? And with a smile on her face, and pregnant. This could be pregnant with new ideas, but could be a fire sign you're dealing with as well as yourself, but Empress. And it has the number of 3, right? 3 is a good number there. We have 13. We have 13 twice. We have 2, 5, 8. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Bringing you to the Empress. Full manifestation mode. Full creativity. Full ownership of who you are. Comfort in who you are. Seeing things through. Just creative as hell. You know, and love. Who's right there? The heart shape right there on this tree stump, but it has a circle and a cross. So a circle and a cross is femininity, right? Full feminine. But look what's on the ground here. Rewriting your love story. Empty pages here. Obviously it's open to a point where you've been rewriting your story. That's cool. That's fun. That's the essence of life right there. And happy. Look how happy, and long hair, and just feeling in and of herself. Just awesome. And beautiful. What else do we have, Spirit? Is there anything else that needs to be coming? Oh, there was a card turned over. I'm drawn to take it. I don't know if there's a flipper or what, if it's always been turned over. Seen it. There it is. Ace of Cups. With the crow. Protection, black feathers, right? Ace of Cups. And look who's, it's usually a hand from the clouds, from the sky, that delivers this Ace of Cups. But looks like maybe you're giving your cup. That's your hand there. Empress energy. You have filled your own cup, and you're ready to give it. Look what else is in that. Look what else is in that card. You got a pentacle. So this is like in combination with the Ace of Pentacles. Your ancestors are behind the gift of your financial success, financial endeavors. They're blessing you along the way. They say that water in that cup isn't enough. It needs some pentacle. Powerful. Yes. Yep. Spirit says, let's move on. Let's move on. That is so cool. I love that. 58 minutes, 59:11, 911. So we are going to put the nail in the coffin on this reading about your trauma, rewriting your love story. It looks like that Empress energy. That was beautiful. So let's see here. Let us see here. What is it that we need to see, Spirit, as far as the nail in the coffin? I use this deck right here as the crystal deck to see what crystals would help you at this time. and rewriting your story as far as relationships and love is concerned. And we have Hematite. Looks just like that. And it says grounding, magnetic pull, focus. With a magnetism that is sky high, Hematite has the ability to absorb negative emotions and create strong energetic boundaries. Its authoritarian force releases self-imposed limitations, a powerful stone to use in grounding oneself. Hematite activates the root chakra and balances out the 7 chakras by pulling toxicity from your aura. Deriving from the Latin word for blood, hematite cleanses the blood in the body by promoting circulation and energizing the nervous system to begin anew. Use hematite when you need that extra boost. And it's funny, it's in the zodiac of Aries and Aquarius. Ancestors helping you. I just heard that. Saturn, planet of Saturn. Your Saturn return. Yes, this is your karmic lesson that you are overcoming in this lifetime that you had in other lifetimes that was a cycle that was incomplete, that you're about to complete. Time is 101:15, so there was 3 ones, new beginnings. 101:15, 101:15. All right, well, that's the close of the reading. That's kind of a long reading. I was hoping to kind of get there quicker, but it is what it is, right? There you go. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate the likes, the subscribes, and hope to have you return. Thank you. This is Arrow 444 Tarot. My name is Travis. Have a good one. Bye.